Hi, I'm Willie. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. And what we're going to do in this video is a quick demonstration of how you can use your Grandstream GSC3506 speakers to stream audio over your network. If you've got one speaker or multiple speakers, you've got them zoned or whatever. I do need to get a second one of these so that I can actually show you how to use the zoning software and things like that. I did have somebody who asked me if it was possible to set this up to do school bells by itself. And at the time when I was looking at it, I said, I don't think that's really possible. You're probably better off to do that with your PBX. But with some of the audio software that's in there now, actually, I do think that you can do this using these speakers without a PBX. So you could just have the speakers. So we've done several videos on this, and now I'm going to show you how to stream music. So let's hop on over to the speaker. So we're logged in, and you're going to want to make sure you're on the latest firmware. If you're not on the latest firmware, which is 1.0.5.20, make sure you're on that. It does have some security fixes and a couple other things that got submitted that have to do with audio. So make sure you always keep your firmware up to date. But the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go down here to application. And we're going to go to music. And right here, there are 3 music modes for the speaker. So you can do an RTSP or an HTTP stream. So if you've got VLC, excuse me, on a machine, and you're using VLC to push that out as RTSP or some other application that can do that, you could have a huge playlist of music on a machine, point it to that, and it'll just play it. If you want to see that, let me know. I'll do a quick video to show you how to do that with VLC. The other thing that you can do is you can actually upload music to this device, and you can upload OGG Vorbis files or MP3 files. So if we click upload, it's going to have us go to, wherever our music is stored, and then we would select that file. Now, the caveat, the downside of that is you have to make sure you don't run out of memory on this. You definitely don't want to do that. So give me just a second. Let me see if I can find where that's at, the storage. All right, so I couldn't find that, but it does have a USB port. So I'm assuming we put that USB in there, and then our files are going to get stored on there. We will try that. We'll see what happens. But what I want to show you here, and there's also another option for playing music on this that's not on this screen, which is this does support Apple AirPlay. So if you have Apple AirPlay enabled on this, you're going to be able to use Apple AirPlay to also play your music. But to stream online music from any site in a Google Chrome or Microsoft Edge tab, you're going to use this online music option. And what you're going to do is you're going to hit start sharing, and you can't use Firefox. You have to use Chrome, or you have to use Edge. And if you're not using the web browser, it's going to give you an error and tell you what versions of Chrome or Edge you can use to actually do this. So I'm going to hit start sharing, and you can see I can choose my entire window, entire screen, window, or Chrome tab, and I'm going to select this Chrome tab that I have that has music that I don't have to pay for. So I'm going to hit share on that. It's going to take me over here. This is royalty-free music from royalty-free music, no copyright music. But I'm going to hit play, and now you can hear that this is actually streaming through the speaker. Now the downside to this is you do have to keep this Chrome tab open. But if you've got Spotify, if you've got anything else, let's say that you're watching a movie. Let's say you have these in your house or your office, and you want to project something from YouTube, or you want to project anything else that you can put in a Chrome or Edge web browser. You can actually capture the audio from that and have it coming through the speakers while you're playing it on the screen. So that will help you distribute that audio. Real quick, I'm going to stop sharing this, and that's it. It's really that easy, but you have to make sure, there's another caveat. You have to be using HTTPS instead of HTTP for the management of the device to do this, and you have to use Chrome or Edge. So real quick, just because this is getting the best of me, I've got to show you this other setting in here. So it's under network settings and AirPlay. And if you enable AirPlay, then like I said, you're going to be able to use your Apple devices to AirPlay to these speakers. So you really have 4 different ways of streaming music. The easiest, in my opinion, the 2 easiest would be to upload files. So we'll have to see how that USB option works. I'll do a follow-up video on that. Like probably you'll see it shortly after this one. But I think under application, I think the easier way to do this when I'm in control of this is to do the online music and start sharing. Now, obviously, if you're doing it from a computer that's going to have to reboot, or it's going to have to do, something else, probably using like the VLC option to do an RTSP stream would be easier. You can have a dedicated management machine for that. You can have all your files there locally. And the thing is with this speaker is so flexible, because then you can actually do zoning. I have the zone manager enabled on that. I'm going to disable it for now. But you can do other managed devices and zone different music and different audio from this as the zone manager, right? So you have one device that manages the rest of them. And you can do, like I said, zone management. You can do different playback, and you can do timed playback, and you can do it with audio. So I think if you're looking for school bells or other alarms without your PBX, I think that is definitely the place to do it. There is the GSC Assistant, which uses the mobile device. We'll take a look at that. And then Playback Cascade is where you have a primary and then leaders or followers. Here they use the nomenclature master slave, but you have one device that controls the rest of them. So that is real quick how to do very easy music streaming to your Grandstream GSC3506 V2. No PBX needed. If you've got any questions about this, let me know down below. It's not just music. Like I said, it's anything that has audio in a Chrome or Edge tab. But if you have questions about this, let me know. I've got to find a USB key. I might have to go get one real quick. And we're going to try that local music. And then if you're interested in that RTSP stream, let me know down below. I don't have an iPhone, so I'd have to figure out some way to do the AirPlay. But let me know if you're interested in all those things, and I'll do some quick, short follow-up videos for this. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, share. Follow me on Twitter and TikTok. Those links are down below, along with affiliate links, a Patreon link. And if you need IT consulting, you'd like to design an audio system in your house or business based around these, with or without a PBX. If you need voice over IP, networking, security, all those things, head on over to williehowe.com, fill out the contact form, and someone will be in touch with you as soon as possible. If you'd like to talk about this or any other tech-related items, head on over to community.williehowe.com. Once again, I'm Willie, and this is how to quickly stream through a web browser music to your GSC3506 version 2 speaker. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.